All right, you can see.
Breaking on Ana Cabrera reports new Epstein records. House oversight Democrats dropping more pictures from the Epstein estate. Photos that show powerful net.
Guys, we saw new photos from Epstein estate. So Trump and Clinton,
And
literally.
Epstein's orbit, including President Trump and Bill Gates. What more we're learning this hour.
This is
Plus, a
so.
new threat from the Trump administration against Venezuela
What do you say in this? I mean, as you can see.
after seizing an oil tanker. How this whole situation could further escalate, according to one White House official. And Kilmer Abrego Garcia.
Okay, the other
from
news.
federal detention. But is his legal fight over? Where his case goes next.
No, the Trump one. Trump one. We are here for the Trump one.
Ana Cabrera reporting from New York. We begin with this breaking news. A new look at Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Circle. Just now, Democrats on the House
They passed the bill on this.
Oversight Committee releasing a trove of new photos they received from the Epstein estate.
They released the new photo of Epstein
The
estate.
photos show powerful men who moved in Epstein's orbit, including a photo of President Trump with unidentified women.
Oh my God, this is real true. What are your thoughts, guys? I guess I don't know what to think about it.
And others featuring former President Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton also is there. All the presidents, all the high rich peoples, powerful peoples are with Jeff Stein.
Gates and Steve Bannon, along with
Bill
Woody
Gates
Allen,
also.
among others.
Okay.
House Oversight Democrats provided very limited information on the situation surrounding these
All right.
photos or when they were even taken, and none of the images are evidence of wrongdoing.
Oh, so
So right to MS now senior Capitol Hill reporter Alan Vitale, our Justice and Intelligence reporter Ken Delaney,
okay. So there is no evidence of wrongdoing. So what are the images saying?
and senior legal reporter Lisa Rubin, and former federal prosecutor Eric Berger. Ali, what more can you tell us about what's in this release and how Democrats receive them?
All right.
What we're talking about here, Anna, is 19 images out of a batch of 95,000 that
My God, 95,000 images are there, and we only received 19 now.
the Epstein estate provided to the House Oversight Committee. These images, as we're going through and reviewing
You can see President Donald Trump is here with some women's.
them in real time, include photographs that show, for example, President Donald Trump flanked by multiple women who have had their faces blurred to protect
Okay, to protect their identity.
privacy. We also see a picture signed by former President Bill Clinton with Ghislaine Maxwell,
Where is that picture?
Epstein's co-conspirator.
Okay, don't show us only Trump's picture.
As well as
Hey, news channel.
other powerful figures from Woody Allen to
Guys, show us that picture as well. If there is 19 images, where are the other images you get?
Steve Bannon, a close Trump ally who was previously a Wall Street executive.
Oh, here we have the second image.
That's just an example of people who we're seeing in this new drop. But again, it is a drop in the bucket in terms of what the committee
Who's gonna get inside of a prison cell for this Epstein estate?
is currently going through. Now, my understanding, according to my sources that I've been talking to this
Okay,
morning,
what is your understanding?
that the committee got this new batch of documents this week, again,
Here we have another image, you can see.
pursuant to a subpoena from the estate, and they are going through these in real time. What
Okay, so only 3 images got.
we're lacking here, Anna, is any context on when these photos were taken,
Yes.
or what the conversations were around them.
Yes, we need everything.
Because these images stem from photos that were in Epstein's
Okay, here we had another image, you can see.
emails or in his computer.
You can see hands there.
Those were things that
Yes, we need the emails.
subpoena directly asked for. It was specifically asking for all the
Who is the piona?
videos and still photographs from the Epstein estate. So for Lisa Rubin, it's a question of going through what that subpoena might encompass, and then for us on the Hill, asking
Okay, might sharing this image
If the
again
committee
and
is
again.
going to-
Okay, we have another image as you can see. This man is so much.
amend or issue a new subpoena to try to get some of the email context around these photos, because again, we don't know when they were sent, to whom
Okay, you can see like this all
they were
images.
sent, or even
This
what
is the 6th one, I guess. If you're counting, tell me which one. I mean, I guess the 6th one.
was said about them, but that is the open question as we get, again, a better glimpse into Epstein's inner social circle and some of the
You can see some of the images here. Here's the image of Bill Gates. Here's the image of someone else. Who are these?
powerful people through which he aligned himself. We expect
Yeah, he was in the circle of powerful peoples.
more, of course, because there's 95,000
Again,
of
this
these
image.
documents. But
95,000 of these documents, they are saying only images 95,000, but I guess it's not only images, there's videos, mails, and everything.
we expect to see the Oversight Committee ranking member, that's Robert Garcia on the
Okay,
Democratic side,
All
come out
right.
at some point during this vote series because the House, of course, is in session. And that is the next question that I and I think others will ask, which is, we see this now, but
All
what's
right.
still coming?
What's coming? I guess no one expected something that will come is a big one.
Yeah, stay with me here, Ali, as we continue to delve through these pictures. Lisa, what stands out to you based on what you're looking at so far?
Okay, Lisa is at the newsroom.
Things that stand out to me. Obviously, this
Okay, they are on a round table.
is a very small subset of the 95,000 images that we have.
My God, what are you saying? 95,000 of things like documents or 95,000 images?
Understand that the committee is now in possession of. But one thing that stands out to me is the people whose faces are not redacted as compared with images where we can see that the women have faces that are redacted or blurred
Okay, so why is that?
out. That suggests to me that either the estate and or the committee believe that some of these women are either minors and or survivors.
Okay, minus and all survivors. So I think if they are outside their public images there, media or someone might ask them what they were doing with them.
Survivors of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, because there are other images, for example, including an image with Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Bill Clinton, and an unidentified couple, where both the man and the other woman's faces are fully visible.
All right.
That means that they know who that person is in all likelihood, and that person is not someone they believe to be a survivor. On the other hand, then we see that picture with President Trump and
Yeah, all right. Trump says
now
yeah.
6 women. That's not to say President Trump is complicit in any wrongdoing, but
Yeah, they cannot say this because he is the president right now.
it may be that he was photographed with people that they believe to have been trafficked or abused by Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Of course, the other thing that stands out to me, I just want to
What is that thing that stand out to you as well?
level set for our audience. When the committee issued the subpoena in the first place, it was because they came to understand
I mean, if they are releasing something, they thought every possibility of going any way you can imagine of possibilities.
that there was a birthday book, right? It was based on the Wall Street Journal's reporting over the summer. Once they understood that the state was in possession of that birthday book, they crafted a subpoena. And the subpoena did not ask carte blanche for every piece of paper
Yeah, it is right.
that the estate had that could possibly relate to abuse or trafficking by Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. There are very specific requests for certain types of documents. And as Ali just mentioned, there is a request for photographs and video.
Yeah, they are requesting something. But I'm confused. 95,000 photos only, images only, or videos included. Or is that third thing, is that are those documents numbers?
Videos that are reflective of Jeffrey Epstein's properties that he either owned or operated, mostly his homes, and of course we're now seeing some images that appear to be taken on private airplanes as well.
Yeah, private jets that are called.
But will they go back to the well? Will they ask for more now that their appetite has been whetted? I think that's totally
You can see Trump with another girl.
possible. And it's a nice contrast with what they've asked
Trump wears tie every time.
for the Department of Justice, both in their subpoena to DOJ, but also in the Epstein Files Transparency Act, where they are calling for the Department of Justice to produce a much, much broader universe of everything in their possession that could relate to their
Yeah, so that might be something. Right.
of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, of course with some exceptions for victim privacy and personally identifiable information, but the requests of the estate, by contrast, are far more limited, and therefore what we can glean from it may also be more limited.
This was a huge dump
Very huge jump.
of photos that we're just getting into. I mean, some 95,000 photos were
My God, how's that
reportedly
95,000?
turned over to the committee in recent days. Ken, and as we share some of those that we're seeing
Are those public to us, like the people? We are the people.
already, Lisa noted that the faces that are blacked out were done so by the
Why the flames are blacked out? Who did that thing?
Democrats on the Oversight Committee. The men in these pictures are high-powered. certainly very
Very high power, very.
recognizable faces for a lot of our viewers. Most have acknowledged relationships with Epstein, but have denied anything inappropriate
Yeah, they have relationship with them, but denied everything inappropriate that
or
happened.
criminal. And we should note that nothing that we've seen in these photos
How no one knows what he is doing?
further any claims or evidence of wrongdoing at this point. What are we hearing so far in reaction from these men, Ken? And if not today, what have they said in the past?
Yeah, I'm not aware that they reacted yet to the
I mean, what is going on really?
of these photos, but you just made the really important point. We're seeing obviously very recognizable people here. Woody Allen, Steve Bannon, there are photos of Prince Andrew.
Yeah, Prince Andrew is here, Bill Clinton. Yeah.
All of these men, well, first of all, we should be very upfront with viewers. These photos so far are not, it's not revealing anything that we long enough.
Yeah, it is not revealing anything, like anything.
Know that these men have relationships with Epstein. They've all acknowledged that, and they've also said, as you pointed out, that they did nothing wrong, that they were not aware of his trafficking of young women. And we should also, I think it's also important to point out that the Democrats are releasing these now. The Democrats and the Republicans could have pressed the Biden Justice Department to release
Yeah. All right.
these Epstein files. They could have issued the subpoena a long time ago. They didn't.
They did not do this. Why? I don't think so. What is going on?
The Democrats are doing this now because they sense that putting this information out puts pressure on Donald Trump. This is a problem
Yes, it is the pressure on President Trump.
for Donald Trump, this story. And they're doing it in part for political
Trump is with them, so it is very like reliable thing to clear his image anyway.
reasons. Not that there's necessarily anything wrong with that, but that's just the world we live in.
Remember, the victims do want all the evidence out there too. They have also been calling for more transparency on what was in these files. These pictures that we're seeing, again, coming from the Epstein estate, not from the DOJ at this point. Barrett,
Yeah.
what do you see as the significance of these pictures from an evidentiary standpoint? And do you see any legal risk in releasing these photos publicly?
So I think it's really interesting because for the public, this is sort of, an ongoing process where we're getting
Yeah, it is really an ongoing process. We cannot know what is going on. Something it's on this side, something on that side.
little pieces of evidence. We imagine little pieces
We are little by little, we are like piecing of the puzzle, and I don't know when it's going to be completing, and you also don't know. Everyone do not know.
information. I don't even know what we call evidence. But we can expect to get even more, especially once we get closer to that December 19th deadline for DOJ to release all its files.
Okay, December 19th, like few days ahead.
But I think a few points have been made today already that are just worth emphasizing. The first one is we're getting these little pieces of, info with no context. This is also going to be the case when we get DOJ's
Yes.
files. You might
No context is here. Why is that?
see notes. You might see an FBI agent's, scribbling on a thing. You might see what's 302, which is an FBI more formal report. But there's
Yeah.
not going to be a lot of context in some of these. So we're
Yeah, guys.
diving in, looking at these things. We're
Without having any context, without anything like something like a title, file name, something.
desperate to try to put the pieces together to try to, make a narrative. or make
Yeah,
a
that's
story.
what I said. The pieces of the puzzle.
It may not be that easy because we are going to get a document dump, photos, flight records, information from FBI agents, and then it won't necessarily be that comprehensive storyline in all these files. So it's just important to keep that in mind. And then second is I just really want to highlight what Ken said. Just because people were associated with
Yeah, it does not mean.
Jeffrey Epstein, just because their pictures are there, just because we see their names in whatever DOJ releases, number one, it doesn't mean that they did anything criminal.
Yeah.
Number two, it doesn't mean there was ever a criminal case initiated or started against them. So, it is tempting. I keep saying the word evidence, but we actually have to kind of catch ourselves on this
Yeah, so it is what it is.
because evidence is what you use when you're, trying to prove criminal charges. And what we
Yes,
have here
we do not have any evidence. If there is a photo, we cannot prove anything wrong or right.
is information, but it won't necessarily be ever used in any sort of court of law or to make any kind of a criminal case.
Yes.
It may just be, there to satisfy curiosity in people right now.
So that is all. What are your thoughts? I'm thinking like they are playing with us. Let's wait for the 19th of December to see what is going on.